Everybody, welcome in to Off the Table. John Lunsford, Laurel Lunsford, Sean Rockstar Henniger with you on another wonderful week in the world. It is now April. How is everybody? It's technically, I guess it was March 31st we did the last one, but you may have watched it in April, but it's now April as we're recording.
Keep it that March Madness is still going on. I thought
we're extending it to April.
I thought it ended at the end of March, and I worked in sports for a long time. I was
she said all week long leading up because she went to Auburn, and so the world's biggest Auburn fan, as I call her, that she says she's not. That, but. She's like, it's still going on. I was like, it has always been this way. Auburn has even made the Final Four. Alabama made the Final Four last year. It's like, it has always been this long. And she's like, I don't think it's normally this long. It's
because
like,
I think it ends for Alabama and Auburn before March.
Typically.
Yeah. It's just like it keeps.
Typically, it's over like January.
But the month is over, it should be over. That's just my thinking.
I think you should write the NCAA. They'll listen.
I think
all you gotta do is push it back
now.
A weekend,
yeah,
and it will be done in March. It's the Final Four is almost always in April.
What were we gonna say? What did you notice about March Madness?
What I was gonna say was I watched as much as the two games as I could, but I have never. This is the new thing. I know they do it on Monday Night Football sometimes, but to have a teaser for a trailer for Mission Impossible to drop today.
I don't like that.
They showed like 7 times coming up Monday.
The teaser
for the trailer.
They have events. They have premieres for the teasers. Now it's like, okay, we got to get ready for the 5-second sneak peek.
Like I hated it first. One thing I hate more than anything is the trailer for the trailer. Like the first 10 seconds of a trailer is like the trailer for Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning starts now. And it's like you could have already been halfway through the trailer by the time you get to this point. And now they're doing commercials. Up my anticipation. Yep. They're doing commercials that are putting that. It's like the trailer will come out soon. All you do is just like put a tweet out and say, hey, it's coming out. And then for what they're doing that, just play the old trailer because there's already a trailer that's out, or play an old spot and just be like, the movie is coming. Don't tease the trailer. Just say the movie's coming, and then maybe at the end be like, and we're going to drop a new trailer or something. Like, just don't do a commercial where the whole thing is about the trailer.
I just remember, was it a year ago or two? I mean, Tirico did it where they would tease the new Star Wars film or a new trailer.
And it's like halftime of Monday Night Football.
And you watch the Reddit thread, people are like, I had to watch all this stupid football game just to get to the Star Wars trailer. I hate football. And it's just like, I feel bad for you guys.
I don't really like it when they show like in the first 10 minutes of the movie will be it's like, I don't want to watch the first 10 minutes of some random movie before another movie. I just don't want it.
I do wonder, so they did that this past weekend with Minecraft, which crushed it at the box office, by the way.
I saw that. It looks terrible.
It's done by the person.
It's not good, but it's hysterical. Like, it is really funny. Like, we were dying laughing. And
it's done by the person.
Laura didn't know anything about it.
Oh, I don't. It's done by the same person who directed Napoleon Dynamite.
Okay.
And there are some things that I feel like reference.
It is very Napoleon Dynamite.
Because it's, how Napoleon Dynamite is so stupid, but like you laugh at it. It's just so dumb.
The same guy that did Nacho Libre as well, which is kind of where the Jack Black connection came in. But Laura was even dying laughing during it. She has no idea what's going on the screen. I have played Minecraft since day one. I know a lot of like the inside jokes and stuff from it. She has no idea, and she's probably even laughing harder than I am at half the stuff.
What is your take on bringing food into the theater?
Like from an outside source?
We were at what's it called, Disney Springs. Since I was doing the 10K there, and we decided to go to a movie.
Normally, they won't let you bring in like a full backpack or something to the theater, but when you're at Disney Springs, it's like all shopping. So they want you to shop, bring in all your bags, and come see a movie. So you can get away with this guy next to us brought in this whole backpack.
It was a
like
cooler.
He had been shopping.
It was like a cooler of things, and I have a very, I know this is going to sound so whatever, but I have a very sensitive nose. Okay. Like
What did he bring?
Tuna? It was just,
I just saw,
because you can't smell.
But like he had like a bag full of like bottles of water, like it was cheap water, like you get. I mean, I'm not trying to like show off this is expensive water, but like I had a smart water bottle because that's what they had at the movie theater. Yeah. But like he brought in, you could tell they had gone to the grocery store, got like a 12-pack of Deer Park, and like it shoved it in his backpack. It was like pulling the bottles out of the package.
There were nuts involved. There was like popcorn, but it was like seasoned popcorn, but there was like sandwiches. It was just too much. Like it was too much going on next to me.
I don't mind. I used to work at a theater. I don't mind because it's so expensive. I know that's where the theaters make their money, but I don't mind people going like to Dollar Tree and getting Skittles or something like that. But if you say I'm coming in with a full Subway sandwich and I'm coming in like that's a little excessive. But I'm hearing you with the wrapper, and it's just like. But I don't like the. I know the new trend is they bring food. I don't like the waitress coming in with Buffalo Wild Wings or whatever, and they're like, oh my god.
I wish it was Buffalo Wild Wings.
I remember seeing Call Me by Your Name, and I was in there with 2 other people. Like I was with 2 friends, and then there was 2. It was like a couple that was a few rows back. And they came in with like Panda Express. And it's like, why are you bringing Panda Express to watch
dinner
this?
ran late. We had to make a compromise.
But it's like, it smells. Like, it's just, it's like too much of the aroma.
I am afraid that even when I get the food at the dine-in theater, that it's going to smell. Like, I would love to get like boneless wings or something, but I know that's going to smell. And that's
Do they offer those? Because I would think they would be smart. Like, okay, some people are going to be sensitive to this smell.
Well,
we
like
need to have
the pizza smells.
To have fajitas at the theater.
I mean, the pizza has a smell to it. It's not a bad smell. Like, the smell of pizza is fine.
Yeah.
Even the smell of pizza, even if you like it, if it's not yours and it's like invading your space, then it smells bad or doesn't smell as good as if I'm the one that opened up the fresh pizza and then got that smell coming. So even we'll usually get, when we go to the dine-in theater here, we'll get a pizza and we'll like split it and it's got a smell to it. We don't care.
How is it though?
But the person next, it's okay. It's gotten better. They give a whole pizza now. Instead of like a flatbread, it's like a whole pizza now.
As soon as like we're done with it, because we'll each have like a piece or two. Because Laura
gets up and throws it away right then. Yes, she's like, I'm not letting it sit here.
I cannot do it.
Let it fester.
I don't want
Put it in the car.
I don't want it affecting the people next to us. I don't want it around me.
See, that's the way I am. Like, as you're self-conscious about, like, I'm affecting other people's experience.
Yeah.
Like, I'm screwing it up by opening a bag of tuna.
But it was just like
taking
watching,
my shoes off.
It was like watching Mary Poppins. This stuff kept coming out.
I
of
hate
this
people
lunchbox.
that bring, more so than bringing your own food in, I hate people that do that. They take their shoes off. They bring like a whole blanket, pillow, everything, and it's like you're not coming to take a nap.
Yeah,
you're coming to watch a movie. Now I like the comfortable chairs,
but it could
and
be
I like being able to kick back. But like, don't take your shoes off. That should be against the law. Like, you should go to jail for life if you take your shoes off at the theater. And if you bring a blanket, that's like, I've been to theaters that have given you blankets before. Like, some nice theaters will give you like a little bit of a blanket to just, we know you're kicking back. It may be cold in the theater. Let's just keep you warm.
I still couldn't do it.
A pillow is a no-no, and taking your shoes off or no. The blanket is kind of middle ground for me, but you shouldn't be going to take a nap at the theater. And the thing is, people do fall asleep and they snore, and it makes it that much worse. And it's like, maybe if you weren't kicked back with your shoes off, with a blankie and your pillow,
should have made it so comfortable.
Teddy bear,
you're trying to say that you think they're doing bad things in there, aren't you?
No. I was saying,
that
could be an escape. Like, this is my only time I got an excuse to leave the house, and if I fall asleep, so be it.
What Laurel's
I'm not talking about bad things. I'm not talking about Paul Rubens things.
That does happen because there are a lot of movies that are very sexual in nature that come out. Best Picture last year was Nora. It's literally about a stripper who kind of turns into a sex worker, and she is naked and doing things the whole movie. And it's not a movie that a guy goes in and sees by himself normally. Like, a normal human being does not go see it by himself. Me being with Laurel, like, us being together is one thing, but every time we go to a movie like that, there's always some guy sitting in the middle and the back by himself
and a blanket,
already kicked up, a lot of times with a blanket, kicked up with his legs out and spread, and he's just like, every time we get to get there early, and he's still already been in there for like 20 minutes, like getting himself ready for, this is the movie I'm going to watch, and we're just like,
I remember
what's going to happen.
Years ago, you actually told me, this is when I was with the opening drive, and you came in, we were talking about movies, because I think you had recently gone and see like Mad Max or something, and because I said, oh, you should see that, that's good, and you're like, oh, I like that, and you're like, oh, you should go see Ex Machina. And I was like, oh, I haven't heard about that. And you told me a little bit about it. And I was like, okay, that sounds interesting.
A lot of nudity in that one.
I actually went to go see it with a friend like a few days later. And we walk into the theater because it was me and another female. And we walk in. It is nothing but single men. And I was like,
oh.
What time? I was like, what movie did he tell us to go see? Which it was good.
Now, I mean, it's one of the best movies ever made, in my opinion.
All just
but now that you say that, I'm remembering, because I've only seen it once. Remember the naked.
They're creating like human,
like sex robot.
like androids, and so
there's all kind of nudity in the first season of Westworld. I mean, there's just like that's the kind of nudity I'm thinking, like, where it's just like that's it. But I remember the guy dancing with the little robot thing naked. I understand that, but I
just
really
looked around the room and I was like, why is there no, like, we were the only females in there and it was only men by themselves. And I was like,
what you have access to now on your phone, anything you can think of that's just disgusting, anything. Why would I be going to a theater to watch that?
But you think, I mean, that's part of it though.
The rush of maybe getting caught. I mean, I just think everything you can think of is on your phone. You can find anything.
I mean,
as gross as you want it to be, but I'm not going to go to a theater and spend $40 to see boobs.
Well, with A-List, it's basically free if you don't get anything else.
But I guess, I don't know. I know I'm making people uncomfortable in front of me. I don't know if that's kind of like a fetish.
It kind of feels like with some movies, especially now, I feel like there are some movies that are made more for like the female gaze, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like something like Baby Girl, like the Nicole Kidman movie that came out recently. It doesn't sit right with me when I see men that are straight and solo, like just going and seeing this movie by themselves. Forgot about Brokeback Mountain, which is good. Yeah. But
I went to go see Moonlight with another guy, and if we were the only two people sitting in the theater, it was a little awkward.
So you watched a movie by Moonlight?
Oh, see, they. So what I was telling you beforehand was at Disney, I feel like they are trying to cut money. I understand that they have that Universal has a new park open, so I know that they've got they've got Universal breathing down their necks. So they're trying to save money. The hotels are so hot now. Like the hotels do not go below 68. And it's so hot.
This is
in
the
Florida.
person that keeps it like 60 in our house.
Okay, what are you keeping on?
The compromise was the compromise is 69.70. Sadly,
see, I think that's good.
I don't like it. Mine was 67, 68.
I see. I
67 when I was single was 67.
We're the opposite. I keep it warmer. Usually the female wants it warmer and the man wants it colder.
You want to be like an iguana.
I want it at like 69, 70 would be good for me. For her, when we go to bed at night, she will turn it down to 64.
I will not.
She turns it down to 64. And in the wintertime, if we've had the heat on during the day, so therefore it's kind of warm inside, she will just turn it off.
Yeah. I cannot sleep with the heat on my face.
I will get up at 3 in the morning sometimes and look at it, and it'll be in the 50s because it is like
see your breath.
It's like 20 outside, and so it's like starting to get super cold inside. And I would wake up because I'm cold, and because I flail around in the bed, so I'll kick the sheets off or something, and I would be freezing, and I'll have to get up and change it. And she's like, "You didn't turn the heat on, did you?" It's like, "Yes, it's like 10 degrees outside."
Well, my wife does not like the cold, and I have to, since I was in 6th grade, have a box fan or something that blows constant air on me.
Yes.
So
I had a fan, but
Nancy gets upset with that. I've had to turn it so much in my direction where like she can only get some residual. She didn't want a ceiling fan on either because she goes, I don't like it just blowing my hair, hitting my face. I'm just like, it is so hot in here. I need to have some kind of circulation.
Feels like
now that we have a newborn sleeping on us, it's just hot and sweaty all night.
Well, see, I have Z sleeping on my head a lot of the time.
That's what it is.
So I have the heat from that, but also my ideal sleeping, I have to have my face cold, and I like to have my blanket on. I cannot have a hot face. I cannot have. Well, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. That's why I have to have a fan on me. I have to have something blowing on me.
I thought I had to have a fan blowing on me, and for the longest time I did, but I realized more than anything I needed the noise.
Yeah.
So like I have an air purifier that Laurel actually got me a new version of it that I had the same air purifier for probably 12 years.
Never changed the filter once.
Never changed the filter once.
Because I should have seen it.
We got the air purifier for air purifying reasons, but I got so used to the noise, I was like, do not change it. Even the new one, because it's the exact same model, but just a new one, so it has like a new filter in it. Well, it doesn't sound quite the same. Now I've gotten used to it, but it's like I just want that same noise. I have to have, and when we go on vacation, and I'm sure Laurel hates it, but when we go on vacation,
I'm out. I'm just usually so tired. I'm beat.
Is that bedtime fan?
This is what it sounds like when I go to sleep.
Yeah, there's an app called Bedtime Fan that I use if I'm out of town.
See, I prefer, because you don't like it, but I like to have the TV on. I like to have it
at the beginning of the night. I don't like it during the night.
See, I don't either.
I used to
always
sleep
watch
with the
TV
on
for like an hour or two,
when I was
and then
in
I turn it
college,
off.
and when I was older, I would sleep with it on.
Can I tell you what I used to do before marriage? I would watch Monday Night Football, but I would DVR it, and I'd give it like about an hour ahead. I'd let it record for like an hour. And then I'd start watching it, and then I would just like fast forward through the commercials and catch up. But then like to the part where I'd fall asleep, I close my eyes, and when it starts, you wake up, you're like, oh my God, I didn't hear anything. Like it drowned it out. Then I'm like, oh, I'm perfect. Then I turn it off.
Yeah.
I wouldn't just, because you'd wake up going like, oh my God, the TV's still on. And that's when I would turn off. But like that's falling asleep to the TV where you can like, oh my God, it was like 20 seconds. I didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
I was out.
See, I do that with Family Guy for the most part. Even when I'll watch TV shows that I know she doesn't want to watch, like I just caught up on Rings of Power. I know she didn't want to watch that. I caught up on Reacher. I know she doesn't want to watch that. I'll watch an episode or two of that, and then when I'm starting to get tired, then I'll turn Family Guy on. And I know every word to Family Guy up until the last couple of seasons because I still got to watch that enough to learn it. I know almost every word to Family Guy to where I know when I've missed chunks of it.
Yeah.
To where that's when I then turn the TV off. So it's the same thing. I know I've missed like, I just slept through the whole scene where such and such happened. I turn it off, and then it's like, okay, I'm good. I can go to sleep now.
With that, I cannot stand the commercials. Like unless you're watching like on Hulu.
I'm watching on Hulu.
Okay, I was gonna say like if it's on like Cartoon Network, I was like I can't listen to those loud commercials that come on for 8 minutes.
I know that everyone that is around our age. Well, you said that you didn't do this, but when I would watch, I would like to put it on Nick at Night, at like 3 a.m. It was
George
all
Lopez.
It was always
on that damn trampoline.
We were at Media Days a couple years ago. That we were at Media Days, and she's like, I have. Was it a lowrider? She's like, I have lowrider stuck in my damn head because I have been watching George Lopez all night because I wasn't there because we were in Nashville. So she's like, I've been watching it every night without you. It's like, stop watching it. She's like, it's stuck in my head. I can't get it out of my head. It's like, well, quit watching the show.
That's what you see when you look at
Turn the TV
it's
off
like
and go to
George
bed.
Lopez. Okay, what is a show that you can watch to fall asleep? What is one of your shows that you can watch to fall asleep?
You got to think of noise first. You got to think of like there's shows like everybody loves It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but they always scream. That's a screaming show.
Yeah.
Office is good because there's not a lot of background music. There's not canned laughter like Big Bang Theory, where there's a laughter every 5 seconds. So it would have to be something like The Office. Modern Family would be one. Although
Modern Family is one of mine.
The intro's too like boom.
See, Seinfeld is one of mine because I know every episode by heart. So it's background noise, and like I can still occasionally.
This way I am with Family Guy, but like to me, Seinfeld. When that heavy bass kicks in,
that's the problem with the bass.
That wakes me up. Like
when
I walk
Family
in,
Guy,
I'm tired.
those damn chicken fights that last for like 40 minutes of an
That's
episode.
not every episode.
Yeah, but like that's the one I'd land on.
I prefer The Simpsons because the early episodes, because those are so. I don't know. I feel like there's not like much, and I know those by heart too, so I don't have to pay attention.
The theme song's not as jarring in that as it is in Family Guy or Seinfeld or anything.
When I would do my solo vacation to Pensacola, they had this little TV in the bedroom, and I'd never seen an episode of Frasier in my life, and I think it was the Hallmark Channel, and they had like a block of like 6 Frasier episodes.
Do the theme song.
Tossed salad and scrambled eggs. That's all I know. I can't tell you anything that's happened in the Frasier, but I was like, this is such like a boring thing I could fall asleep. It was that and Golden Girls, because Golden Girls would come after that. And I remember my sister has seen all the Golden Girls multiple times. I was like, that's a good show to fall asleep to.
That is a good show. That's
Thank
another
you for
good
being a
one.
friend.
Yeah, that is a good one
But
too.
like some
I
old
Golden
like
Girls.
80s sitcom, Family Ties, that's funny.
I had Family Ties on the other night when you came upstairs.
That's a good thing to fall asleep to. Sha-na-na-na.
It has to be Family Guy for me.
Yeah, I told you that we had the whole thing. I was like, which one is Kirk Cameron on? Because like
Growing Pains.
Yeah, Growing Pains. So all those from the 80s.
Which was Leo on?
Growing Pains.
Okay, so that's I was confused. I was like, that's a different show. No, that's the same show.
Speaking of Leo, did you see the interview with Corey Feldman on Billy Corgan? I think it's called.
Is Corey Feldman okay?
That's a loaded question.
Isn't he a singer now?
He's been a singer since like the 90s.
But I mean,
He was just here not long ago.
Isn't he touring with like Fred Durst or something?
He was with Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit, yeah.
He shreds. You'll see.
Okay.
But he says in this interview, because Billy Corgan, if you go through reels, there's like highlights, and there's been a big thing where he said that Hollywood blacklisted him. Did you know that I was up for the role of Arnie on What's Eating Gilbert Grape? I had the role. I nailed the audition, and Johnny Depp refused to work with me because he said I was a junkie. And so Billy Corgan's like, really? He's like, Leo DiCaprio did great in that role, but I had that role. I was also had a great audition and was a front runner for Titanic.
I'm gonna have to see the proof on that.
But it's like he said, like that's a bold statement for those two. And he said, like, but look at the stuff he was coming out with in the '90s. Like he was pretty much washed out. Like The Burbs was the biggest movie he did, and that was like '88. Like he started fading out. But like Gilbert Grape was '93, Titanic was '97. Like he had been.
There's no way that he was in contention for Titanic. There's no way.
He said he was. He said I nailed the audition.
Do you think that that's true?
No, I don't think it's. But it's to say that on a very widely watched podcast to say like. And the only reason I didn't get it was because Johnny Depp pushed me because he said I was a junkie. He couldn't work with me.
This sounds like something delusional, like people that
That's
we
what
don't
I'm saying.
say.
Because he said Hollywood is out to get me because I exposed him in my. He said I exposed them with my DVD that he released, like The Truth or something like that. But he said it got scammed and got stolen, so now I can't release it. But Hollywood's still trying to get revenge on me, and like Billy Corgan's just like, what is? You hear yourself?
Like I shouldn't have had
he
you
said,
on my show.
Oh, he also said, I'm sorry, let him go. Because this was a highlight. He said he wrote a song. His song is "What's Up with the Youth." It's terrible, but he said I was friends with Michael Jackson. I played that song for Michael, and he said this is a #1 hit. And he goes, but the studio execs wouldn't let me record it.
All I really remember about him in recent. I mean, this has been like a long time ago now, but when Michael Jackson passed away, he went to the funeral dressed as Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And all I can remember is him sitting there, and John Mayer was in back of him, who is also a weirdo at heart also. But he was like giving him the strangest look. It was like, here he is
imagine.
with the white glove and the glittery outfit.
Did you ever watch the movie Dream a Little Dream?
Yes.
Okay, you know the dancing scene with him in the bleachers where he's doing Michael Jackson? The girl that played, I don't know her name, the actress, but she said in an interview, she said he was just supposed to like dance on the bleachers. She goes, the Michael Jackson thing was not in the script. He just started doing that. He's like, I don't know what my reaction is really. He's like, he's doing Michael, he's moonwalking.
Can you imagine being like the director be like, okay, I guess we'll just keep it.
We don't have the budget to do it again.
What was the one, was he in the one where the girl pretended to be like a boy? Or was
just one of the guys?
Yeah, what was, no. Which was the one that she cuts her hair and she like pretends to be a boy to like, what is that what it's called?
Just one of the guys where she's trying to be, she's a writer and the writing class is like that. He doesn't like her script because she's a girl. So she cuts her hair. Her parents go out of town. And so the next day she cuts her hair and puts on it. Her name's Terry and she's a new student named Terry for like 2 months. She's dating a guy. It's a funny, it was probably like 86.
The 80s. Because we had
Amelia. But like we have a new student that kind of looks like her name was Terry in the film. The boy's name was Terry too. Same high school, same class, but it's just a girl with a shorter haircut and a t-shirt.
Because I feel like the two Coreys were in a bunch of those movies together, similar type things. So the Coreys were always getting into Havoc together.
Lost Boys, License to Drive, which is a great film. Dream a Little Dream. I'm trying to think what other films they were in together.
Was there one where they were like dancers or something, or they were trying to get the attention of a dancer?
I don't know. I don't know anything about the Coreys.
Hey, John checked out of the Corey.
I just the Coreys. That's just not mine.
Did you ever watch their A&E show? The two Coreys.
Yes, and that was an eye opener for me because he's like, I can't believe I'm here doing the Lost Boys too. I thought my career would have taken off. It's like that's how these people probably feel. That for like that one thing. It's kind of like in Along Came Polly. When Philip Seymour Hoffman is kind of playing a character like that, they're like, hey, aren't you the guy who played the bagpipes in the Alligator Tears movies? He's like, yes, I am. So good time with the 80s.
Yeah.
Well, you know how we were talking about Napoleon Dynamite earlier?
Yes.
Which has, and you actually met him, the guy who played Uncle Rico. What's the actor?
Brian Grice. John Grice.
So he is a big plot point on The White Lotus, which he was in again this season. And people have been doing, since you haven't watched it, I'll fill you in after because I don't want to spoil anything.
You're fine. You can spoil it. I'm just knowing.
No, I don't want to spoil it for like the people that haven't seen it.
Go to the Pop Culture Life. We have a full spoiler review there.
But
anyway,
the more you know.
I was thinking about The White Lotus and thinking about him and thinking that really nothing good happens at the beach in the movies. I feel like the beach has gotten a negative blowback on it in recent years because The White Lotus, someone's always dying. Old, you like aged rapidly.
The beach.
The beach, which had Leonardo DiCaprio to circle back around.
That guy with the shark bite, my God, they had to kill him because he would not stop moaning.
Jaws?
The Shallows?
The Shallows? I thought the beach is getting a bad rap.
Back to the Beach, back to Pee Wee Herman with Annette Funicello.
They're doing a Pee Wee Herman documentary that they advertised last night on Max. A two-part thing.
Oh, good. I'll watch that. I was obsessed. Obsessed.
That he's in. It almost seems like they were filming it maybe right before he died. But I mean, she brought that up, and I was trying to think, it's like, what good stuff does happen on the beach?
Lost daughter?
See, I hate the beach.
I do too.
I cannot stand the beach.
You just said
we go to Seaside
there.
or something, and I don't touch the beach.
My toes never touch the
See,
sand.
That's how we are
me
too.
too.
I would sit on the deck
scared.
and look at. I love looking at the beach, like in the distance, and hearing the waves in it. But I would read on the deck.
I'm scared to go in the water.
I don't go in the water.
I'm too afraid.
We've been to the beach 5 or 6 times since we got together. I mean, we go to Orlando and stuff all the time. We never actually go to like the beach. But I can't tell you the last time my toes touched the sand.
Sand all over. You get the wet sand on your feet. And you're like in bed. Like, how does there sand in the bed now?
It's probably
like,
been
I
at
took
least a
2
decade.
showers.
I've never been able to be one of those people that spends all day at the beach. Because, some people are like,
Yes.
I stay out there from like 8 a.m. until the sun goes down. I have never been one of those people.
I don't even want to touch the beach, much less to spend all
With
day
a
out
cooler
there.
of beer.
The thing is, there's cool stuff to do at the beach. I just don't care about the beach.
Souvenir City?
Trying to think of what Lost. That was another bad beach movie.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Where are the positives
Castaway.
for the beach besides like
Castaway
the
was
beach love movies, like what you're talking about with like Annette Funicello and movies like that? Are there any positives for the beach?
I mean,
what's the one where he's making out with the it's From Here to Eternity? Is that where he's making out with her in the seaweed and everything? Or 10 with Bo Derek.
To go back for our conversation from last week, I still know what you did last summer at the beach in the Bahamas.
Very true. And the show that came on.
And I know what you did last summer because that takes place in a beach town.
I still know what you did.
And I know what you did last summer. I hadn't watched it in years, and I watched it last year with a friend. And
doesn't hold up, does it?
Well, it's not that it doesn't hold up. It's just I was confused at how many parades this town was having. It's like After each bar, it's like yet another parade. I get that it was July 4th weekend.
Did he have like a hook hand or something like
he
that?
He did have a hook hand.
And a trench coat.
And Anne Heche was in it. Remember Anne Heche?
Yeah, yes. She had a bad demise.
You remember 6 Days, 7 Nights?
I thought that was an okay film. David Schwimmer had a tough...
Which is also on the beach?
Yep. That's true. With Anne Heche.
So it comes full circle.
And David Schwimmer.
I just looked up good beach movies. Blue Crush. Never saw that.
That's a surfing movie.
Yeah.
Into the Blue. Is that the one with Jessica Alba?
Yeah.
Yes. And
Paul Walker.
Paul Walker.
Yeah.
Did you know he was in Fast and the Furious?
He was. Rip. 50 First Dates.
Never saw it.
Is that positive though?
I mean, they end up together.
Yeah.
Oh, don't spoil it, man.
It's a good. It's a good movie. That's actually one of my probably higher tier Adam Sandler movies.
I like that one too.
Baywatch. I never watched any Baywatch.
Or the film with The Rock and Zac Efron.
Dwayne.
No,
yeah.
I didn't watch it.
Zac Efron.
Aquamarine.
That's the movie about where she turns into a mermaid.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Well, okay. Well, also
that was not the greatest.
What I was going to bring up, I forgot where I was going with it, but bring up the sea. We ate at this restaurant. I don't know. Did you ever watch Full House when you were younger?
Yes.
Okay.
Kimmy Gibbler.
Do
She
you
had stinky
remember
toes.
the episode where they went to Disney World?
Oh.
And there was an episode that were Danny and I think it was like his fiance at the time. They went to the Living Seas, and remember Joey and Jesse were in the fish tank. I made sure we ate at that restaurant, and John had no idea what I was talking.
She's like, remember this and remember this, and it's like, nope, I have no idea what you're talking about. I mean, I kind of sort of watched Full House growing up, but
I know your favorite character was Snake.
No, Viper.
Viper. It was Viper.
Because DJ was dating Viper. He auditioned for Jesse's band because they needed a new guitarist.
is he a bad boy?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He had long curly hair and he shredded on the guitar. So Danny could actually play guitar too.
Yeah.
And his rock star name was Mildew because he liked to clean the house. We clean the house on Sundays. Danny Tanner does. And then Michelle fell off the horse and she had amnesia.
That was the last episode.
Yeah. Where am I?
You want me to tell you what our entire dinner was when we were at the restaurant?
So like, was it fish? I don't want to.
There's a giant like aquarium in front of you. Like everybody's facing the aquarium, so you can see all the fish swimming around and everything. Every 5 seconds. Oh, it's coming this way.
There was a turtle.
No, he didn't.
Okay,
hold on, it's coming this way. No, he didn't come this way. There was a turtle.
It was a huge
She wanted the turtle to
turtle.
come close to the glass so she could take a picture of it, and it never would.
Well, because I wanted...
Every 5 seconds. Oh, it's coming. No, it's not coming.
And he would like...
it's coming. It's like... Okay.
He would be close, and then he would like turn a corner. I know after we left that turtle came down and was
turtle.
like... was doing flips and doing floop-de-floos.
She's like, why wouldn't it just come down here and like stay here? It's like,
should have gotten Uncle Jesse to push her over.
See, that exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
So it's like the fish can just swim around. The turtle has to go up for air. So like the turtle was hanging up near the top, not coming down where we were at the bottom.
So you had a good dining experience.
There's this couple next to us too. That was.
We'll tell you about that off camera.
At Disney World, you meet some interesting people. It's because it's just kind of
and
like
you will feel good about yourself. That's the thing. Like you will
just
look
a big
better.
Melting pot of it, all kind of people coming together.
Because you're like, I look disgusting. I have like I'm sweaty because it's Florida. It's hot. It's humid. And you're like, you know what? And then you'll pass some people.
Bad.
You know what?
I don't give a damn what I look like at Disney World because I know it's just going to be it's just a hot mess of weird people the entire time.
Just like off the table, a hot mess of weird people.
Hey, wait.
All right, well, that's a good place to stop.
On your side, not my side.
Yeah.
Have mercy.
Hot mess of weird people
Cut
here.
it out.
Weird person, the
How
weirdest
rude.
person.
You got it, dude.
So many. It's like there's so many. And also, did you not think it was a little odd? Like as the show went on, I could guarantee you they did not think that show was going to go on so long. It's like, why is Joey still living in the house? And like
His
everyone's
room was awesome. The basement
beaver.
was massive. The woodchuck.
The woodchuck.
Yeah. Ranger Joe.
Yeah, Ranger Joe. And then it's like, and then Jesse and Aunt Becky moved out with their kids.
No, they moved to the attic.
And then they moved back to move into the attic. Okay,
with Nikki and Alex.
Sorry, I got sidetracked.
On Family Guy this one time? No, I'm not going to.
They lost Comet for a while. Bad news.
Anyway, this has been Off the Table. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to subscribe on podcasts as well. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, everywhere else you get your podcasts, you can get it there. And we love you all, I guess. Enjoy life
to the
fullest.
And be who you are.
Fullest
to have your own full house.
Yeah, and it's not a poker term. It's a show. Hanners.